our families are talking about it, your families are talking about it, and the hit movie from Christmas Vacation is still making everyone tap their toes.
So tell me, do you want to go where it's covered in all the colored lights, where the runaways are running the night, impossible comes true, it's taking over you. This is the greatest show.
Oh, why do I still get chills? Why do I still get chills? The movie The Greatest Showman had so many memorable scenes. Its vibrant imagery, music, and messages touched many musical-loving hearts, and it's a party theme waiting to happen. Our creative guest has done the work for you, handing over a circus-themed party plan just in time for the first holiday of the year. Risa Baker has compiled her ideas to share with everyone, and everyone is going to be doing backflips. You have hit it out of the park, lady. This is so fun.
Thank you so much.
I think every minivan mom out there is still tapping her toes to this soundtrack. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm a minivan mom.
Yes.
And let me tell you, when we pick up carpool, we are all singing at the top of our lungs.
It's a party.
It is a party, no matter when or where you are. When you turn that music on, everybody loves it.
It's such a happy infusion, and I do love that all ages can enjoy it, right?
Absolutely.
My little 2-year-old singing it, and even my husband, I don't know if he'd admit it, but he loves it too.
Mine does too.
I can tell. You've tied this into Valentine's Day, kind of a natural connection.
I did. I felt like it was natural because of the red and the white, and the movie was about love and acceptance, and Valentine's Day is as well. And with Valentine's coming up, some of the games and activities that we have can absolutely work for your classroom party.
Yes.
In addition to a circus party, if that's what you're doing.
This is the party theme I predict that will be happening in classrooms.
Oh, I think it will happen in classrooms. I've had 2 moms just this week tell me this is the theme they're doing for their child's birthday party.
Of course.
Per request from their child.
Of course.
So yes, this is definitely the hot theme of the season.
Risa's here just in time to set the temperature, and you've done it in such a creative way. Let's start with decor, can we?
Yes, absolutely. So when I started researching this theme a little bit more, I would always see these vintage circus paper toys. So I don't know if you bought them at the circus or they came as part of your program, but they were basically acrobats that you go home and you cut out.
Cute.
They were cute, but they were a little bit creepy
well,
too.
Sure, when you get that vintage touch.
Yeah. So I drew my own, and this is what I came up with. I kind of did one to shout out to The Greatest Showman.
Yes.
But the rest of these, I kind of wanted to give them the same feel as The Greatest Showman.
These are amazing.
Thank you. And so all you do is you cut them out and then hang them on these sticks that are from the dollar store, and you can bend knees, you can bend waist, you can just turn the fingers over, you know, anything you want to get them to hang in different creative ways.
This is so clever.
So such a fun backdrop.
And you drew these?
I did.
I'm super impressed.
Thank you.
This could also double as an activity, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
If you gave people the actual template and they could fill in their own faces?
Yes, and Brooke, I just opened an Etsy shop this morning. I had one before, but
Good
it expired
job.
because I never had anything listed. So I'm going to have this and a couple of other circus things listed in my Etsy shop that I just opened.
Good for you. Do you hear the cheers? We're all cheering for you. That was a good decision for you to open that.
Thank
super,
you.
super cute. And a dowel?
Yes, a dowel, and then I just drilled holes the same size as the dowel, and bottom side, and then put them in 4x4.
Love it. Love
really
it. What
easy
else?
peasy.
What else have you done?
Okay, so let's move on to food. And I've been on the show a lot of times, and I never bring food to parties, but I had to bring food to the circus
Let's
party.
just say that's not really your jam, right? To have the mess and the stickiness.
Right, and the food allergies and things like that kind of stress me out.
Right.
But my husband and I took our boys to the circus this week. There was kind of a random little circus in town, so we went, and people were walking around with food the whole time. So when you're at the circus, popcorn is a must.
Yes.
Of course. So we have this popcorn, and then we sprinkled little Valentine hearts on top of it, just to give it a little bit of color. And then I created this circus trail mix, which is so fun. You put peanuts and candy peanuts and any kind of animal cracker you can find, and I put little chocolate hearts in there as well. And my tip with the animal crackers is just go with the name brand. It costs a little bit more, but they look better and they taste better.
The taste difference, they haven't quite been able to bridge the gap there on the generic front.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. So those are the 2 food items that I brought.
I love the idea of a customized trail mix, too.
Isn't it fun?
That's cute.
Yeah, so many things. I mean, you could customize any colors, anything you were doing. Think about that, whether it's the circus theme or anything else.
Right.
You could customize the trail mix.
Right.
Okay, these drinks are all the rage right now.
What is
Cotton candy drinks. So what you do is you fill your glass with a drink on the bottom.
Okay.
And then you set the cotton candy on top so it doesn't touch the drink. So then your guest gets to just stir it in.
Oh, and it dissolves?
It dissolves
right
before your eyes.
Oh,
and
how
it fizzes and bubbles.
Oh, kids get a kick out of this, I'm sure.
They do. My boys were doing it last night, and they loved it.
You said one was even treating it like fondue and doing a little dip action.
But it kept disappearing
right?
before
And
it got
sweetens
to his mouth.
Sweetens it too?
Yes, it does. And the other thing you can do is if you don't want to have the drink in there before, you can pour the drink over the cotton candy. But just a fun way to display cotton candy, because cotton candy is also a circus food.
Absolutely.
And the thing I love about these, they can all be prepared before. You don't have to
That doubles
stress.
as decor with that
Right?
fluffy
It's so
cloud.
pretty. It reminds me of the lady's hair on Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're missing her name. We've tried to remember her name.
Zendaya?
Well, that's the actress' name. We can't remember the character's
I couldn't
name.
either. I was thinking about it all morning.
Okay.
Okay, these little guys in front, they can work as place settings or food labels or anything you want. They are animals from the dollar store, cups turned upside down from the dollar store, little felt hearts from the dollar store. These heart picks are also from the dollar store, and they're stuck into a peanut, candy peanut, to stand up, and then the little labels are also from the dollar store, 3 for $1. So you can just bring that circus theme to your table, where you eat, or your table where you have all your decor and your food items.
I love using the tickets. That's clever.
So fun.
So clever.
Yeah, I love them.
All right, games. Are we talking games?
Yes, I'm so excited about these games. Let's start with the one behind us.
Okay.
We're calling this the Ring of Fire.
Uh-huh.
And so my son, when we went to the circus, his thing he was the most excited about was the animals jumping through fire.
Well, yeah, right?
I mean, he couldn't wait.
Look how you created that effect. That's so cool.
Yeah, so that's just tissue paper, cellophane, and a little bit of glitter. I think you stuff bags with it when you're giving gifts.
Awesome.
And it's all hot glued in place. And we did this for my son's Viking party last month. We had him jump through a ring of fire, and I tell you, we had to finally stop them because they were having so much fun with it. So this is so fun. And when we were at the circus, they had animals jumping through hoops of tinsel. And so it's legit. Get a hula hoop and wrap it with Valentine's tinsel if you're doing it for a classroom party.
I love it.
So
the
fun.
red one you said a hula hoop, and maybe you mentioned it, but what's the form on the big one?
Well, I got that from the thrift store for $1, but I think it's PVC pipe.
Oh,
So you
okay.
could do that if you wanted a bigger one,
But
for
you
sure.
just bent into shape if you wanted to pull that off. That is so fun, and the kids would get so into it.
Oh yeah, turn on the Greatest Showman soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
And have them jump through.
It's an aerobic
So fun.
activity all its own.
Right.
All its own.
Okay, so down front is the seal ball toss. So we know in the circus we see animals balancing balls on their heads. So this is kind of my take on it.
Okay.
These are strainers from the dollar store.
Right.
And I just thread some ribbon through them.
Okay.
What you do is put it on your head.
Oh, stop. This is clever.
And then you tie a bow.
Yep.
Under your chin.
Yep, like a cute little fairy prairie girl.
Right, exactly. And then you put a ball in it and you run around one of these markers. So picture kids in school doing that.
Yeah.
And the bigger the ball, the better. They're not out in stores right now, darn it. I couldn't find any huge ones, but the bigger it is, the harder it is to keep it in the bowl.
And that's the goal, is to just not have
keep
fall
it in
off.
the bowl, yes,
That
and then
is
come
so
back.
cute, Risa, so cute.
And I really love this whole setup here with the seal. The seal was a piece of cardboard from the dollar store that I just cut out in the shape of a seal.
Okay.
And these guys in front, they're, what you always see at the circus. And they are clothes baskets or any other kind of containers from the dollar store, simply wrapped with butcher paper.
Love it.
And hot glued. All the butcher paper's hot glued.
Love it. What's the little floating balls here?
This is the fishy ball toss.
Okay,
game.
okay.
These are cupcake holders from the dollar store, cups from the dollar store, balls from the dollar store. You simply fill your cups with water, and then the kids get to throw their ball into the cup. And the thing that's so fun about it is they get to win a fish.
Not a real fish.
Not a real fish.
Moms everywhere
A
say thank
plastic
you again,
fish.
Risa. Thank you again.
And I did have the idea, if you were feeling ambitious, you could make the clear slime.
Oh, yeah.
That kids love nowadays, and put that in there in place of the water if you're
And I
worried
love
about
the
the water.
dollar store theme.
Oh yes, we
Super
love the
affordable.
dollar. This is like mostly the dollar store.
One more game idea?
Yes, so this game also, the board is from the dollar store. I simply took crepe paper and kind of scrunched it around the edges.
Okay, that's a cool effect.
And hot glued it. Yeah, it just took it from a basic piece of cardboard to that. And then put the cards on it. I got the cards on Etsy, and this game's higher or lower. So you turn over a card, and then you guess if it's higher, if the next card's higher or lower. And if you get everything right, you get a prize.
Okay, this is so clever.
Thank
Our
you.
favorite movie turned into now our favorite party theme. One more?
Right. One last thing is the craft. So this can actually be done as a cupcake topper if you are wanting more food, or just a craft. These are little nut cups, and I poked a hole in the top, took a half of a piece of tinsel, made a circle with a little stem on it, and stuck it in, and then you stick the animal in. Kids could paint the nut cups, or like I say, put it in a cupcake, and you're set with just darling, again, Ring of Fire.
This is awesome. Where can we download your ideas?
So I am going to post a link to my Etsy shop today on my social media, and you can get to me from restlessrisa.com, and my social media, I'm just restlessrisa_Risa Baker.
You hit it out of the park. Of course you did.
Thanks,
Of course she did. Thank you so much.